FlossTube. I am Micah, the ADHD Stitcher. If you are new, FlossTube is a section of, sorry, there's a, okay, there was a fuzz, is a little corner of YouTube where we talk about cross stitch and, depending on the person, sometimes other things. With me, as my name says, I have ADHD, so sometimes we talk about that. Sometimes we'll talk about, today we're going to talk about a little bit of crochet and a little bit of diamond painting also. It has been over 2 months since I recorded, so this is going to be a longer one, and lots has happened since then, so just, you know, get ready for all the life updates and all the chit chat. And right away, Cleo is coming to say hi. Come here. People haven't seen you in a minute. You want to come say hi? It's not going to attack you. Come here. Come here. No. Come back. Come here. Now that I want to give her attention, she doesn't want it. You know, she's a cat. I'm sure she'll come back in the time we have. Anyway, so it's been a minute. It is currently storming, so you'll probably hear thunder and such as we are doing this. Well, let's think. What should we start with first with updates? The last update you got from me was that I've been working on some medication changes, trying to find the right thing, and I'd been having a lot of really bad side effects from one of the medicines I had tried. And I was so upset because it was working great on the mental and emotional side. It was great. But physically I couldn't do anything and I felt miserable. So obviously that didn't work. We've been trying out some different things. Right now, I think I'm okay, in an okay place. I might hang on to, we might stick with this setup, so to speak, this mixture that we have for another month and see how it does, because this month has been a little crazy in some other ways, just with a lot going on. But yeah, so far so good. I'm definitely in a better place than I was, so that's good. We have been, I think we were playing basketball when I talked to you last, maybe. Or maybe we just finished. Then my son had his play. He did Annie. I know I had told you he was doing Annie. He did that. My daughter started voice lessons at a new studio, and she is loving that. And my son has started baseball practice. They have their first game this weekend. Well, actually, no. They had a game, but we weren't here for it because it was spring break, the weekend at the end of spring break. Why do people do that? It's a county league in a small rural county, and they scheduled the jamboree, big pictures and all that day for the day that's the Saturday at the end of spring break. I just don't think that's smart. Anyway, we were on a plane, so we weren't there. We have, I'm trying to remember exactly what was going on, because there was something I was going to talk about from before now. But anyway, we just got back a week ago from Disney. No, we only took my son. I'll explain why. I'll put some pictures scrolling up here or over me or something while I'm talking about this. But the way we've done Disney is we took our daughter when she was 6 by herself because he was only 2. He wouldn't remember it, and he would be a hassle and a half to drag all over Disney World. So we took just her and let her do all things princess. She got an Elsa makeover. She got, you know, instead of waiting in line for rides, we waited in line for princesses. So we told her, hey, you're getting your own trip. In a few years, he'll get his own trip. So he got his own trip. She stayed home with Grammy and got to, hang out with the grandmother and have fun. And we took him, um, we went to Magic Kingdom the first day. Then we went to Animal Kingdom, then Hollywood Studios, and then Epcot. And we did all 4 days in a row. I can't do that again. With her, we did a couple of days and then a day off where we slept in, swam, went to Disney Springs and shopped. And then one more day in the park. And that's what we're going to have to do next time. Because I cannot do the 4 in a row again. I actually had to leave the day we went to Hollywood Studios. I had to leave them at the park and go back to the hotel room because I could not stand in line for one more minute. I just, we had just gotten in line for Tower of Terror, and it was like a 2-hour plus wait. And then after that, we were going to have another hour plus wait to ride Rock and Roller Coaster, and that would close out the park. So I knew the next 3 hours were going to be just standing in line, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I have a lot of inflammation in my hips and my back and all that kind of stuff. So my hips were done. And my hip has still been done since we got home. I'm still having trouble with this hip, and it's down into the leg too. So I've been resting a lot this last week, trying to recuperate a little bit. But it was amazing. Disney was so much fun. We had great weather the whole time we were there. It rained a little bit the last morning, which was fine because it kept people from getting to Epcot early, so we didn't have to wait for Ratatouille for very long, which later in the day was a 2-hour line at some points. But I didn't love that, now in like 2 more weeks, they're going to start the character greetings full on again, which made me sad because he had to do some distance, but he still got some, one-on-one, so to speak, just not contact. We had great food. It was the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot, so we got him a toy early, and a lightsaber gun combo, so he could kill all the imaginary things while I ate my way around the world, because the food for the festival was awesome. But my favorite thing that we rode was Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom. It's an Avatar ride. We're not big Avatar people, but in this ride, it's a virtual reality ride. You sit on this thing, kind of, I don't know, like sitting on a motorcycle or something, and you have handles to hold on to, and you sit like right up on it, and it kind of locks you into place. And you are wearing glasses, and it moves around and stuff. And in Avatar, there are these banshees that are kind of like a flying dinosaur or a dragon situation. They're different, but it's the closest thing we can compare it to. And it's like, it literally feels like you're riding something through the air. Like, it was beautiful. And I mean, like, if you banked and turned, it felt like you banked and turned and looked like it. And if you flew by a waterfall, you were sprayed with like the mist off the waterfall. And you could even feel like with the way you're sitting on this thing, as the banshee would take a breath, you could feel it like on your legs. It was just amazing. We could have sat on that thing all day, but the lines were very, very long. But my son got to do all his Star Wars stuff. He got to see Kylo Ren, and he got to build a droid, and it was so cute. The whole day before we were going to go to Hollywood Studios, he kept saying, "Tomorrow all my dreams come true." No, it was precious. And if you ever go, there's an app on the phone called Disney Play or Parks Play or something like that. And there are different games that, you know, you and the kids can play while you're waiting in line. But when you go to the Outpost area, the Star Wars area in Hollywood Studios, there's a lot of interactive stuff. They can hack different things. They can scan different crates to collect items. They can do jobs for a smuggler. Like, there's all kinds of cool stuff that you can do, and he loved doing that about as much as anything. I think he could have run around with my phone all day, but my battery doesn't last that long. So it was really fun. It was really awesome. I could keep talking about it, but I'm not going to, because then the whole video would be that and we would never get to stitching. So, a couple of things that I got at Disney. He was doing pin trading, and a couple of times I went up to a board, like if he was looking at something else, I went to check a board for him to see if he wanted to trade. Because if you don't know, they do pins. Used to do them on lanyards. They're probably starting to phase that back in soon, but what they've been doing are boards, like Mickey shaped boards that have the pins stuck in them, and you can go and trade with one of the pins on the board. But so I was checking the boards for him a few times, and I found ones I wanted, so I stole his trading pins. We had bought some trading pins on Etsy before we went, so he would have stuff to trade instead of spending $10 a pin. No, thank you. But so I got Maleficent. Ooh, I got a Maleficent head. She's my favorite villain. If it will focus. Of course, it's not going to focus. Come on. No. Okay, anyway. So I got a Maleficent head. I got a Maleficent chin. I thought it was cute. And then I got a Jack Skellington t-shirt. Oops. This light doesn't. There we go. Those were all ones I traded. I was very disappointed they didn't have very much Nightmare Before Christmas stuff this time. They didn't have much villain stuff this time. Because, like, that's what going. I was like, I'm going to get me a new Jack t-shirt. I'm going to get me a new villain t-shirt. They didn't have any of it. That's okay. I still spent plenty of money. Just ask my husband. I bought this pin. It's the 50th anniversary is still going on. It's like all iridescent. And so my plan is to turn all of these into needle minders. I've just got to go get me some magnets. And then I can make needle minders with them. I'm really excited about that. And then while we were there, y'all, the first time we went with Reagan, I did penny pressing, where you like put a penny in a machine with some quarters and you run it through and it presses a design into it. And it was like 52 quarters and a penny, and you put that in the machine. They've tried to update all that, and a lot of it is on credit cards. You can use cash, but it's like $1 a piece if you do it individually. And the penny, they have the penny in the machine. Don't get me started on those card readers, because they were trash. Almost none of them worked. But on a lot of the machines, it would be like 1 for $1 or all 8 for $4 or $5. Well, if I wanted multiple of the designs, it was cheaper a lot of the time to just get all of them, even if I didn't want all of them. So I ended up with a lot more pennies than I did the previous time. Like, y'all, like, these are all pressed pennies. And there's more in this bag. And I just dumped them all over the place. I'll deal with that later. But, so, we got a lot of pressed pennies. But, and last time, like, they had, you know, the little pressed penny collector books. They didn't have any at all this time. They had some for the 50th anniversary, so that's what I was going to grab a couple of those to put my pennies in, and I couldn't find them anywhere. So my husband asked somebody at a store, and they said they couldn't get them. They couldn't even get like the princess ones, the other ones, not even the 50th anniversary ones. They can't get them right now. So obviously supply chain issues are hurting Disney World in ways. But I also got a little bit obsessed with Mickey ears or Minnie ears or whoever's ears. So I got four different sets. So these were my 50th anniversary Minnie ears. Aren't they cute? They're all sparkly. My plan, is that when I start streaming on Twitch, which I'm hoping is going to be this week, I'm thinking Thursday night possibly. So go to twitch.tv, twitch.tv. I don't know what it is. And look up Micah _ the ADHD Stitcher. And hopefully Thursday night I will stream. Hopefully. But you can do redeems on there. One of the redeems is going to involve these ears. But so I got the 50th anniversary mini ears. One thing I did find that was Jack Skellington. So, and these are cool. They're double-sided on the back. They have Oogie Boogie and then Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And then one of the cool things at Epcot with the ears is that some of the different country sections have ears made for them. And these were the ones from Norway. And the details, they even have the stuff on the sides. And look at these. How perfect are these for somebody who stitches? I mean, obviously it's machine embroidery, but it's so pretty. So I loved those. And I have a thing for macarons. I have made them a few times, not in a while. Want to make them again soon. Sorry if my lighting is doing crazy things because I am using a new lighting setup, but that's better. And I'm working out the kinks. But I've made macarons before. I love to eat macarons. Making them's not the easiest. Eating them is very easy. But in France, they had these. And the ears are giant macarons. Aren't those the best? So, like I said, I got a little obsessed with ears. My husband keeps reminding me of how much money I spent in ears and pennies. But look, we have only gone to Disney twice since we've been married. I went twice when I was growing up. He had never been before we took our daughter. But we only go, the average is every 6 years. And the plan is to try to take the kids when they're teenagers in probably about 6 years before Reagan is out of high school. So, I mean, we don't go that often. It's not like we go every year and I do that. If you do, no shame. Then I think that's all I was going to show you from Disney. Because like I said, I could go on, but we're almost 20 minutes in now. You know you missed me. Oh, yeah, another thing that happened while I was gone was Common Threaded Stitcher. I did participate in that. I posted almost all days, except at the very end, because the last few days were while we were in Disney. So I got a little busy on those days and didn't post every single day then. Oh, sorry. But Common Threaded Stitcher was really awesome. I had to find a lot of new people to follow on Instagram. Made some, new stitchy friends. And that was really great. Last month, I also got to do something I'd been waiting to do, which was go to a stitching day at our local needlework shop in Memphis called Stitchers Inc. We have a Facebook group called the 901 Stitchers that is run by Sarah from Memphis, Sarah E, and Zan from Crazy Van Lady Stitches. They run that group, and we have a stitching day every month in Memphis, but this is the first one I've been able to go to. So I was excited to finally get to go and stitch for a couple of hours and meet some new people, um, and then finally meet in person Sarah and Zan and Leanne from Forbidden Fiber Co. on here on FlossTube. Leanne stitches. Um, you know, since I started FlossTube, I've conversed with them online, but it's the first time I finally got to actually meet any of them. So that was really great to get to meet them and hang out and stitch for a little while. I'll show you what I stitched later. It wasn't much. But it was really fun to get to go. And if you have something like that in your area, I really recommend that you go, because it's fun just to get to be with other stitchers and talk stitching and see what people are working on. Pardon me while I get a drink. Oh, it's a lot lighter outside now. The storm must have calmed down. So you can see sunlight in the blinds. It looked like nighttime earlier. So I did that and got to do a little shopping while I was there. Not much, but I did a little bit because it was right before we went to Disney, so I didn't want to spend all my money because obviously I had plans to spend it at Disney World. So I guess that's all of my updates, life updates for the moment. I mean, you know, I'm sure I'll think of stuff as we go, but we will get started on actually looking at some stitchy stuff. So first off, we'll start with finishes. I don't have any fully finished items. I do have some finishes to show you since it's been a hot minute. When I first started my break, I actually didn't stitch for about a month. I couldn't do anything. I just felt so miserable. I could not do anything. So I really didn't even stitch. And then, when I got started doing things, I worked on a little bit of diamond painting. So my daughter and I had both picked up a couple of kits to try out, and I really enjoyed it. And I finished off this kit it's a kit from Diamond Dots that I'd gotten at Joann. No. Yeah, Joann. I love hummingbirds. I absolutely love hummingbirds. And I love watercolor. And this had both. I don't know what to do to fully finish it because I don't want to frame it. And I don't want to cut the edge because, like, it's obviously sealed off. So I don't want to, you know, start fraying the fabric. But I did that. And then I also, my daughter had started hers and was liking it and then decided she didn't want to do it anymore. But she really liked what I had picked out for her. So I finished it. It's another Diamond Dots kit, and it's of the solar system. And she had this up on her wall. I went and took it down to show it. That was a lot more heavy than mine was. But I really enjoyed doing those, and I will definitely be doing more in the future. They were a lot of fun. And let's see. Okay, finishes. Where did you go? I put you in here. There they are. Sorry. One finish that I had was a Ukraine sow. Of course, I didn't keep the guy's name where I could get to it, but it's on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, the ADHD Stitcher, I put where it came from on those posts. I haven't fully finished it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. I may just do it on like sticky board, where I can like put it up on a shelf. Could maybe on one of those, on that shelf or on a different shelf. So I thought that was really pretty, and of course, you know, just to show support to those in the Ukraine who are going through a lot right now, dealing with a lot. Then I also had to finish. I don't know if I'd started this on my last video. I may have just started. I can't remember. I'm not going to go through and get pictures from last time because this video is going to take enough editing as it is, and so I'm going to cut it out where I can. But it's hands-on design. Let's Talk Spring from the Chalk Talk collection. And I just finished this last night. And I did it on 20. No. What count is this? 32 count Lugana from Zweigart in charcoal gray. And I used the called for colors. There are a couple of little counting things here and there, but it wasn't anything that affected it. I had done this, like, probably this much of this section. See, like, where this started, I'd put this line in, and then instead of going down, I'd gone up. So there was a big gap, so I'd frogged a big chunk and then filled it in. But then the other mistakes were just little small things that, like a couple of raindrops or something. It's slightly off placement, but nothing that messed with the integrity of the piece. So I'm gonna need to get a frame because a frame or even some kind of, at Walmart, at our Walmart, they have some magnetic, like some metal boards, and because I'm gonna do all 4 of these and switch them out, so I could do the whole magnet situation and just swap those out on one of those metal pieces from Walmart. Might do that. I need to go look at those. Because then I wouldn't have to, like, even take the frame down. Just switch that piece out. This is just done on some white 14 count Ada that I had with DMC floss. And that's what this one is all DMC also, which is the called for, but it's all DMC. And then those are my only finishes. Well, it's 4 things. So, for me that's pretty good. Then whips. Let's start with, I'm gonna show you some of the old whips that I'm really not sure when the last time I touched them was. Could look through my book of days, but I haven't kept real strict count on that. Here, I'll show you my book of days while I have it out real fast. I haven't done near what I would like to be doing with it, so that will be getting back to. But I did finish up January. No, I didn't do anything major. I just, I did the stickers just to pretty it up a little bit. And it was I picked like a blue and winterish theme. And then February, that's the month I didn't stitch. There's nothing in there. I'll probably still sticker it up just because. March, let's see. March I mostly filled out, except for after we left for Disney. I did a little bit of stuff in the airport, and I'll add that in. And then I need to sticker it. I have not stickered it at all. And I haven't touched April yet, I don't think. No. So, like I said, I'm behind on that, but I'm going to work on that. So, I'm just going to show you some of the things that I had been working on. And you can see where I'm leaving them off, because some of them I'm setting down for now. And we'll go back to later. So the first one I'm going to show you is the hands-on design Let's Talk Winter, because I had been trying to get that done before the end of winter, but then, things. So here is where I had gotten to with that. No, nothing is ironed. I don't do that. I've done some color changing in here. The colors on the pattern are red and green. They're not overly red and green, so it's not overly Christmassy. But I don't have a lot of red and green stuff in my living room. I have, it's pretty eclectic, but there's more like turquoise and that kind of thing. So I went with some blues, and these blues have, no, not really, but more, just general winter blue colors. So that's where I am right now. And that's where we're going to be setting this down for now. And it'll get pulled back out, at some point. The next one was Be Mine from that had come from La Pointe de Croix. Wait, yeah, La Pointe de Croix. Sorry, I'm showing you the wrong spot. And I was trucking on that thing. I gotten so much done, and then the stuff with the medication started affecting me a lot. So, I'd worked on the boy's head a lot. I don't know that you had seen that. So I got a good bit done on his head, and then had to look at his hair done. And then that was kind of when I just started not feeling great. And I'd stopped on that because I'd been trying to get it done before Valentine's Day. But so again, that's gonna be set down for now. Oh, I'm not telling you. I always forget to tell you the stuff. Well, the other Let's Talk Winter, that's on that same 28 count Lugana. This is on, of course I didn't write it down. Which one is this? It's a linen. I don't remember. I think this is when I bought at the needlework shop. Yeah, I think it's this one. I think it's Country French in Cafe Mocha from Witchelt. Yep, that's what it is. 32 count. That's what it is. And it's the called for DMCs. And then, let's see. I worked a little bit last month on the 13th for Dark 13 stitching on my Stacey Nash Primitives Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I didn't get a lot done, but you're not going to remember where it was anyway because it's been a minute since you've seen it. Oh, wait, I did get a lot done because I worked on this tree. That's right. I was thinking I worked on a different spot. I worked on this tree. None of that tree was there before I started that day. So, we worked on that. And my plan is to work on it on the 13th every month, if I remember. I love this piece. At some point, I'm going to do some focus time on it because I would like to get it done in time to get it framed for Halloween because I do want to get that one framed because it's big. It's hand-dyed fabric. It's fancy floss. So, then I also have worked on, one is finished, but one is not, just because I felt like working on other stuff, but I got to get it done so I can give it to the directors. For my son's play, I charted this Annie. I used the Stitch People DIY book to help chart her, and then I charted the Annie logo on Max Stitch, the program where you can for designing cross stitch, and that is Stitch the white there. It's harder to tell on here, but it really pops up. Okay, and this is a really good example of how you can do fractional stitching on Aida even better than you could on an even weave or a linen. There's no way I could have done some of the weird stitching that I did on here on an even weave or linen. It just would not have worked. But because there are actually so many, like, take a piece of your Aida and really look at it and separate the little individual fibers, and you'll see how you could work in crazy fractional stitches. And here's the other one. I need to change Annie's arms because I like the other way better. Plus, the little girl that played Annie, when she would come out to take her bows, she would walk out like that. she would spin around in a circle. It was hilarious. So, and one of the directors was her mother. so I need to just finish off that one and frame them. And then there'll be FFOs. And then I can give them to them. Let's see. The next work in progress is Birds to the Boughs from Lindy Stitches. And this was my birthday start. And a few people are selling this with me. Micah's B-Day Sal. Don't forget to tag me and put it on Instagram if you're working on that. Since the last time you saw it, I'm pretty sure it has very minimal. This is what I took to the stitching day. Because I was like, well, there's this border that's kind of repeating. So that will be easy enough to stitch. And here's where we are. I think in the 2 hours we were there, I did like part of that. I didn't get a lot done. Well, I may have finished some of this. I think I had started this, but not finished it. So, that's where I am. Not real far. Oh, and this is all called for. It's the called for fabric, which is 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana. And it's all DMCs. And I need to work on that one some more because, well, I want to work on that one some more. I love it so much. And then the next piece, yeah, and you'll notice I haven't separated out new starts because it's been too much for me to know what was a new start and what wasn't and keep it all straight. So I'm just doing what I'm doing. You're fine with it. The next thing that I worked on was Cleocatra from Bendy Stitchy. And some of you know, but if you're newer, the cat Cleo, her full name is actually Cleocatra. So when I saw this, when Michelle had shown this on her video when she was putting it out back at not Market, but the other one. My brain. When she showed it Expo. When she showed this, I was like, well, I have to get it and I have to do it for Cleo. So I'm doing it, she calls her an 18 count Ada. Would have been great, but I just wanted to do it on what I had. So I had a 14 count Fiddler's Cloth Ada. And I'm using the called for Silkies. It's my first time using Silkies. I am enjoying it. Because I'm doing it on 14 count, I am using 2 Silky threads. If it was on the 18 count, there's no reason you would need 2. I'm sorry, the dog has gotten up. Hey, old man, what are you doing? He probably wants out. That's about the only time he gets up these days is to go out or to eat. He's old. He's 15, and he has congestive heart failure, so we don't know how long he'll... But that's the thing, like, he acts like he doesn't feel bad at all unless he starts having a coughing fit. I don't know. But, so, that's what I've gotten done, and this is what I took to the airport with me, because when we flew out, we had an early morning flight. We left at like 6-8. Our flight was like leaving at 6 a.m. Or was it boarding at 6 a.m.? Whatever. It was leaving really early from Memphis. And we had to fly to Houston and have a 4-hour layover. So I made sure to take something. Come here, buddy. I'm going to see if I can pick him up. Sometimes he doesn't love it these days. Come here. I know. Look, there you go. Say hi, FlossTube. I'm all scruffy and you're all wet. Did you stick your whole beard in the water? Do you need to go outside? I'll be right back. So, the airport. We had a 4-hour layover in Houston. So I knew I was going to need something to do. So I took this with me on the plane. I think I started it before we left just so I would have it, a place to go off of, because I knew I could work on this whole big chunk of red, because that wouldn't be too difficult. And so I did work on it. And at some point I'd had to frog something, and then I tried to redo it, and I don't know what I did on the plane, but it looked like trash. So last night I frogged a big section of the dress and redid it, and then did all the other colors that you see. I'm going to add some where the yellows are on some of the spots. I'm gonna switch it out for a gold diamant, just to get some pretty gold in there. I don't know if I'll do it in all the places, but in several of them at least. So I think that would be pretty. I have the yellow, so I feel like I should use it somewhere. So that's a current whip. I'll probably knock that out pretty quickly. I think that's all. I think that I'm working on right now, or have been working on right now. So that brings me to some stitchy kindness. Excuse me. I won a couple of different giveaways from people. And so I wanted to show them here. The first thing, Crystal Rowe had done a live, is it a whip parade? Finish parade? She'd done a live something. And I'd watched it, and on it she had finished Winter Rose Manor, and she said, "Who wants it?" And I said, "Me," and I happened to be the first one that said me, so I got it. I'm very excited. It's Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais from With Thy Needle and Thread, and it's really pretty. It's really a really pretty one. Now, I really like Brenda Gervais, a lot of the things of hers that I've seen, so that's somebody whose stuff I'm going to start picking up more. And Crystal, being super sweet Crystal, sent me in there this cute South Carolina postcard with a note on it. And she sent me, look at these. Are they not the cutest? I love them. I gotta put them on something. Maybe, no, my computer's starting to get fuller. I thought about, I have my the little floss boxes that are clear. Thought about starting a sticker of those. That would be fun. But I thought those were super cute. I had to tell my daughter no on this one, because she loves lots of things like that are like Asian inspired. Like, she loves Japanese culture, and she's really into a lot of like she likes to draw in like anime style, and she likes to try Japanese and Chinese foods, and she likes to use chopsticks, and so I had to tell her no on that one. These are mine. And she also sent me some of her leftover flosses. Yay. So that'll help me get started. And then she said she had written on the package. This cracked me up so much. She said, "P.S. I had a Sally Nightmare Before Christmas plush ornament for you, and my dog ate it." And if you've watched her videos, you'll know that her animals are always eating something. Floss. Whatever. So, that was some stitchy kindness I got from Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. Again. And then also from, there's some newer FlossTubers called Two Grateful Stitchers. And I had entered a giveaway on their video. And so from Lottie Da, I got Sweet Pea Rabbit. Isn't that rabbit the cutest? I was going to get it done for Easter, but I was crazy because I forgot about the timing of Disney World and that I would need time to recuperate. It's super cute. I thought that was really cute. So, thank you, ladies, for that. And then this is some non-stitchy haul. I signed up for, well, technically it is stitchy, just not cross-stitchy. Where'd it go? There it is. I signed up for Annie's Kit Club for their crochet mandala Afghan club, and I just signed up. It was super fast. I just signed up a couple days ago, and I got the first kit in. So that's what the Afghan will look like at the end. This particular club lasts 10 months. I think they all last different amounts of times, just depending on what they are. But so this is my first month. And inside of this is the pattern. The part, and it shows you on the back the part that you'll be working on this time. And this particular kit didn't come with anything, like it didn't come with a hook or anything like that. Some of them do. This one did not. But it came with the 5 colors of yarn that I'll need to start that middle section. So I'll get that middle section. I can finish that middle section with what they sent. And it's an acrylic yarn. But it's a nice, like it feels good. It doesn't feel like, I mean, obviously it's not as soft as some stuff would be, but it's not like scratchy acrylic. So, sorry if these crinkles are loud on the thingy. So, I'm going to be starting this, and I'll be, you know, doing my little section each month until I get it done. So, the next 10 months at least, you should be seeing some crochet. I've been itching to crochet. I've really been wanting to do something, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't really feel like digging through stuff to find a project like on Etsy or anything. So, but then I saw this and I was like, well, I hope I didn't just dox myself. Then I saw this and I thought that was perfect, so. Then I got, when, I mentioned when we were at Stitchers Inc. that I picked up some patterns. Well, I don't know if I mentioned that it was patterns, but it was patterns. So one thing I got was, speaking of Brenda Gervais, I got Lucky Day, Lucky Day, from Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. I had seen this one floating around, which it's after St. Patrick's Day, but she had it in stock, and it was one that I knew for sure I wanted. So I grabbed it. I thought it was a super cute one. And I'd seen people stitching on it, and I had really enjoyed. So, then this one's a secret, but I don't think my husband watches these anymore. This is from Hands On Design. It's called A Waffle Lot. When they released this, I wanted to get it and do it for my husband for Valentine's Day, but I knew with things that were going on, there just wasn't time this year. But so she released it, or they had picked some up. I guess they probably picked some up at, that word, market. So I grabbed that because it's super cute. If you haven't seen it before, this is the top and that's the bottom, and like you stitch it around, so it's like a square with a little bit of body to it, so it's like a little waffle. And my husband is very punny, very, very punny. I'm pretty sure I got him a card from the kids before that says I love you a waffle lot, or he's gotten me one. So I'll make that for him for Valentine's Day next year. And then I have if you remember, if you've been around, you saw my Halloween tree. Not the Nightmare Before Christmas tree, but my small Halloween tree that I'd had in the back, with the crocheted ornaments on it. Those crocheted ornaments have been around for quite a while, and they're getting really worn out. So they're probably going to need to be replaced. And I had been seeing some of these ornaments and thought they were awesome. And I was like, well, I can just start replacing those with these. they had a Satsuma Street ornament kit, cat o' lantern, and this kit it's like I said, it's a kit, so it's got the beads and the paper and the floss, and the sequins and all that stuff. It's all in there. You can't really see it, but so I got that pattern, that kit. Then the rest of my haul is digital. If I can pull it up. One of the things that a lot of people have been doing is finding ways to support Ukrainian designers with everything that's going on. And a lot of the Ukrainian designers have put their patterns and things at discounts. I know, for example, Stitchy Princess, or on Instagram, she's Stitchy Princess Black. If you follow her on Instagram, you can see her updates. They've been able to access their Etsy funds where they've not been able to get to some of their other funds. So they've been able to use those to help buy groceries for themselves and their families and other people around them who haven't been able to. So I went to Etsy one day and I shared the love and bought a few patterns from a few different places. This one is called Rabbits, Carrots, and Eggs from Stitchy Princess. And it's, you know, I feel like it's not really, like, you feel helpless in this situation because we're over here in the U.S. and we can't really do anything, but this felt like something small I could do. So I got that one with the intent to do it for Easter, but of course it's not happening. But it's super, super cute. I thought that one was really cute. And then from her, I also got Forest Foxes. These cute little guys. They're cute. I love them. And then another one that I went to was Cute Patterns by Maria on Instagram. Her name is Maria Bravko. And this one I got for my daughter. She loves red pandas. And there's that little guy snoozing on a branch. And then I also got this. Okay, this is a big full coverage piece. But it was just so pretty. This one is called Winter Sunset. And it's like a beachy winter sunset. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I just thought it was gorgeous. So I got it. And then I also got from sorry, let me, no, go away. From another Etsy designer. It's called X Cross Stitch Pattern X. That's what the store name is. This one is where'd it go? Oh my goodness, where'd it go? Mushroom Terrarium. I thought that one was super cute. And then I got this one with these foxes. It doesn't really have an exact name. That one, the white Arctic foxes. I love the colors in that. I thought it was super pretty. And I'm a sucker for anything on black fabric. Which Black Ada I don't have trouble with. Now the black, well, charcoal Lugana, that's been another story. I've had so many counting issues with that Lugana. But with Black Ada, super simple for me. Because the holes are just obvious. 14 count. So if I'm doing black, I'm probably going to do Ada, except for the rest of that series, the Chalk Talk series, because I want them to match. And then I also got this one, these rabbits. thought they were super cute too. And I liked the colors in it. I'll probably do the one with the foxes soon. Just because it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Let's see. Sorry, my computer the battery is like so dead that if it comes unplugged, I have to plug it up right away or it will die. It somehow got unplugged before we left for Disney, and it took a good long while of charging before it would start back up for me. That's how bad it is. Oh, also, where'd it go? Forgot to show you. Really? No, there it is. Okay. I also got me another project bag from Gamma's Treasures. This is the fabric on the back. Isn't it pretty? I love it so much. And of course, her bags. See, it's got a cute little polka dot fabric in there. And her bags come with a thread bed that has a little magnet under that tag right there. I really like her bags a lot. So, that's my new project bag I got. Just looking at these animals again. I mean, like, they're like little glowy nighttime animals. Look at the little mouse, and the moth, and the owl, and the bunny, and the fox. And there's a little birdie up there too. They're just so cute. I really like it. That's what my Cleopatra has been in. I took it out to show it to you. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking at my list. I semi-made a list. Not a full-on list, but a bit of a list, so I can make sure I hit what I was supposed to hit. Then a couple of things I'd gotten, that ever so famous, Target dollar spot. I've been wanting like a tiered tray, but I didn't want like a giant one, plus they're expensive. But I found this guy at the Target dollar spot for like $3 or $5. And it's like, I mean, these are just little plastic things. They're not, you know, which means my cats aren't going to break it when they inevitably knock it over. It's not huge. It's just like the 2 tiers, and you know, it's big enough to put some little smalls and whatnot on. And when I was gonna set up my Easter stuff, my Easter decorations aren't out, and Easter's this weekend, so that's not happening. I'll probably put some spring stuff out, and this stuff could go out for spring. But look at these cute little green bunnies, like little moss bunnies. I got those for $3 from the Target dollar section also. Wouldn't that be cute with little cross stitch up there? And then I also got, sorry T, your nails need to be cut. You're too loud. And then I got a couple little packs that have these little fake succulents in them. Those would be really great for the tiered tray too. So I got those there too. Which those were bought, I don't know when, possibly in January. So I don't know that you'll be able to find them now, but that's where they came from anyway. And I really like them. Eventually I'll actually set them up and use them. Then I guess the only other thing would be plans. Where did I had, oh, right there. Hello. So as far as plans go, I'm going to work on Cleopatra. I'm also going to continue to work on, this was from Black Sampler November, Lindy Stitches. I always do that. Makes sense. Death is a Dialogue. And I had started on that. Actually, I might be able to get, maybe I can't. Sorry, it's in this tote full of stuff. I can't really get it out. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I didn't think about getting this out before I started. It would have been a much better idea. Don't mind me. Just wrestling with stuff. So that's how much I have done on it. So I have about, let's see. So I'm holding it with my face. So I'm about to write here. So I have like all of that to go. So I'm going to work on that. That's one thing I plan to work on. And I plan to work on Cleopatra. I'm going to finish up that Annie thing so I can get that to the directors. And then I'll need to start on a portrait, a Stitch People style custom portrait for one of my son's teachers. I usually at the end of the year give the teachers a custom cross stitch portrait. But one of his teachers was my daughter's teacher. So she already has one. So I just need to do one this year. And now that Reagan's moved on to middle school, she's got 1,500 teachers. So that's not happening. Sorry, middle school teachers. But, yeah. So those are my plans. But as you know with me, sometimes that means nothing. Sometimes it means something. Sometimes it means nothing. So, we'll see. We'll see what we end up with. I know there was something else that I was going to tell you that I've just completely forgotten at this point. You know. My brain's a little foggy today. It's rainy. I haven't done this in a minute. If you're new here, thank you so much for hanging out. I know there were several who found our little area here, found this channel after I'd taken my break. So I hope you've enjoyed your first current video. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like and subscribe. That helps other people be able to find us. We're close to 500. We're very close to 500. Not too far away at all. I think 15-ish away. And when we hit 500, I gotta figure out what we're giving away. But when we hit 500, we'll do some giveaways. So, like and subscribe, share it if you've enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like to keep up with what's going on outside of the videos. Please comment. I love to read your comments. If you have questions about anything that I forgot to say, put those below. I'll get those answered. And also, if you have any ADHD questions, please put those below. It's been a minute since I've done much ADHD content, so I want to try to get some things together to put into a video again. For those of you who have been here for a while, thank you so much for your continued support. And Thursday, hopefully Thursday night, I'll stream on Twitch. So if you go to Twitch and you get an account, it's free. You can watch anything you want to for free. You can pay to subscribe to different people, not me yet, because I haven't even started streaming, and you have to become a affiliate before you can have people subscribe and get paid for it. But it's free to watch, so you can come and become a member there. Like, just make a sign in so that you can get notified when people go live. And there are a lot of other cross stitchers who stream, and there are more and more all the time. Michelle G from Bendy Stitchy streams a couple of times a week. A couple of other different FlossTubers have started streaming recently also, I think. And then there are people who aren't on FlossTube also who stream over there. So it's becoming more and more of a thing to stream cross-stitching on Twitch. So it's a cool place to hang out. It's interactive. It's really interactive. You can chat while you're doing all the stuff. It's really fun. And so come over there, and if you make a login and then follow me, you can get notified whenever I do go live. Hopefully Thursday. That's the plan. And if not, I hope to see you back here next week. Hopefully again on Monday. That's going to be my plan. And yeah, so I hope you have a good week. I hope you get to stitch all the things. And that's all. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.